Hey guys, welcome back, and you're watching Up and Adam. Today we have a treat for you. We're sitting down with Marysol Patton from the Real Housewives of Miami. She's teasing a little bit of what we have to look forward to, talking about her experience filming, and some things have changed since we last saw her on our screens. So guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Marysol, welcome. I appreciate you and thank you so much for giving us your time. I understand that you're a very busy woman, but I do have to say I'm a huge fan of yours. I loved watching you on the Real Housewives of Miami, and the fact that you're coming back to our screens is so exciting.
It's going to be fun, very fun. And thank you for saying all those nice things. And by the way, I'm not that busy.
I'm
happy to be here.
I know that you've said that before, but listen, I just, for some reason, what we know of you from the show, we know that you are always busy working in PR. You said that you were a workaholic. You're constantly working. Is that the same? Yeah. Can we expect that from you?
No, I retired like 6 years ago. And so now I just chillax a lot.
Do you miss it?
Not at all. Oh God, no. I mean, obviously I like to feel useful and productive, and you know, I need to be that way again, but no, I don't miss it at all. It was very stressful. Any publicist will tell you, an event planner, that it's really stressful work. So I'm glad I'm not doing it anymore. And managing people and clients, such a relief.
You're like, I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
Yeah, I have actually getting a neck pain.
All right. Well, you know, from what we know of you from the Real Housewives of Miami, we grew to love you and your mother, Elsa. And I'm so sorry about your mom's passing. And we're definitely going to miss her on the show. I feel like, I mean, and I don't mean to, I'm sorry. I just know that everyone loved Elsa. And I feel like on the show, you know, we get to see so many different moms on the Housewives, like Candy Burris's mom and, you know, Deandra Simmons' mom, and we grow to love them. And we, you know, grew to love Elsa too on Miami.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's still very hard.
I understand. Yeah. Well, to, you know, move into a positive direction, we've heard that you've gotten married. You have a new husband.
Yeah. Husband number 3. Third time's a charm.
Third time's. Listen, my parents have been collectively married 11 times, so I feel like 3 years.
Shut
it's a good number. It's a good
Latin?
number.
I think it's a Latin thing.
No, they're not Latin, but listen, whatever excuse I could give them, I'll do it.
That's cute. I love it. 11 times. That's interesting. Hey, they're living. You got to live.
You got to live. All right.
Yeah.
So I do want to pick your brain a little bit about the Real Housewives of Miami coming to Peacock. You know, everyone was kind of shocked that, first of all, when the show went on a hiatus, we were like, wait, what? Why? And we didn't understand why they took Miami off the air. But now when they said, okay, we're relaunching it, we're putting it on Peacock. When you found out about this, what was your reaction?
I was excited. I thought fantastic. I thought we would never come back. Alexia and Lisa would always say to me, we're coming back. We're going to come back. I'm like, guys, it's been 3 years. Guys, it's been 4 years. Guys, it's been 5 years. Get a clue. Guys, it's been 7 years. Alexia's like, I know it's coming back. So when it came back, Alexia would say to me, I always believed it and you didn't know it. You don't listen to me. I felt it and I knew it because I'm a witch. And I said, you did? You knew it. I never would have expected that someone would pull a show back after 8 years. It's like the first time in history. And it will be on Peacock, and I think Bravo too. It'll be on both.
Wow. Okay. And you know, obviously you were excited, but can you recall where you were in the moment where you found out for the first time, hey, it's coming back, get ready?
Where was I? I don't know. We'd been called like 3 years ago, and they mentioned something about it, and then it got delayed, and then COVID came. And then finally, it was around, I don't know, maybe this time or earlier last year that they said, okay, it's happening. You know, and I thought, okay, here we go again. Let's see if it actually happens. So I wasn't really thinking, oh yeah, it's going to happen, because we had these conversations before with producers. So this time it did.
Well, and it's exciting too. And I know we've mentioned Peacock a couple times, but the fact that you're launching on Peacock and this new streaming service. I spoke with you earlier and I said, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, it's been a huge success right now with the way they're editing and the whole production level of it. I'm hoping that this carries over into Miami as well.
Well, I know that our production company, Pop, was doing amazing cinematography when they first started with us in season 2. The stuff they were doing was beautiful. I didn't see anything like that on any of the other housewife shows. So I have no doubt, whatever they do, it's going to be amazing, because they have that, they know how to shoot things very like European, very dramatic. They know what they're doing, these guys. They're really good.
It has that pizzazz.
Yeah, it's got like a pizzazz.
Yes. Okay. Well, I did want to ask you too, is on my top list, well, it was the top of my list of questions. How did this experience go for you as opposed to filming Miami Housewives before? Was this any different? I mean, it's been a couple of years.
Oh my God, it was so different. It was just so different. I think when I filmed before, I was so stressed out all the time. I was working. My parents were very ill. They were getting divorced. I was getting divorced. It was just a lot going on. And I was very stressed out. I just couldn't relax and be myself, be the person that they actually cast. So when I had to show up every day and, be the person that they cast with all this stress in my head, it wasn't the relaxed, same fun person that I am now, because everyone's like, oh, you're so different. I'm like, no, I'm not different. I'm just relaxed. I'm not any different than I was before. I'm just not worried. I'm not stressed. I'm just showing up, being me, doing me, and I'm having fun. I had a great time doing it. And, this time around, all these girls, we've been friends over a decade, and Alexia and I've been friends for 20 years. So, we all know each other so well. It's a much better chemistry, because I think before it was a lot of strangers. And Alexia, like in season 1, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't even know what we were filming. It was 6 episodes. Season 2 came around. There's all these new girls. Alexia's son has that horrible accident. So the person I'm closest to isn't really around, and it's a bunch of strangers. Season 3, she comes back. My mom's in the hospital because she, had her fall and her brain injury, and I'm not around enough. So it never really clicked. And then all these years go by, and we've all become so close, like a bunch of sisters, that it's so much better this time around. You'll see. It's like a family, a sisterhood, a chemistry that's, you can't make that up. It comes with, sharing lives together for years.
Which is one of the reasons, I think that we all love Real Housewives of New Jersey as opposed to, let's say, Real Housewives of New York, because when we get the authentic, genuine relationships amongst the women, you can feel it. It translates to the fans, and we understand, okay, there's a history here, as opposed to just taking a bunch of amazing women and sticking them in a room and being like, all right, now we need you to forge a friendship. Let's do this.
Well, I mean, I think that I don't know if New York's a good example. A lot of those girls have been on there forever. They know each other very well. They've been there from the beginning, like Ramona and Sonia and Luann. They're like, they know each other inside and out super well. I would actually say that they're and New Jersey are probably the most like Miami, because many of them have been on for a very long time and they know each other really well. A lot of the other, that's my perspective.
No, definitely. By the way, I know that this is off topic, but you look very pretty today. So I just wanted to at least, I have to give the compliment where the compliment is due. You look so pretty.
Oh, thank you. God, I have all this like coconut oil in my hair because it broke off from some bad hair coloring. So it's not, I had to do my own little situation here.
Oh, well, you look great. All right.
Having a cool day in Miami, so I got to wear a sweater.
I know it is a little chilly outside. I'm only an hour away from you in Palm Beach, and I walked out and I'm like, okay, look at this nice crisp air. This feels good. We have
my boys have sweaters on too.
Aw.
That's Tupac. He said hi.
I did want to ask you too about the Real Housewives of Miami. What, in your opinion, why do you think you ladies got put on pause?
Well, I mean, it could be many factors. I do know that some conversations I had with people way up, I won't mention any names, was, that they were like, you don't realize how much people actually tune in just to see your mom. And with your mom not there, we're like losing the audience. Was kind of, one of the reasons I heard. Aww. So, but, it's bigger and better now. And It's going to be great. And I'm sure that we'll have some flashbacks. We certainly talk about mom plenty. We had Hurricane Elsa hit while we were filming. You know, there was a lot of things that happened that you could feel she was around and included.
Oh, okay. Well, also, you know, with you filming, and obviously it has been some time, was it easy for you? Was it second nature just having the cameras back into your life?
I don't even notice them. I just do my own thing. I just act like myself. I talk the way I would talk if there was a camera there or not a camera there. It's very easy. For me, it's easy. I think it's probably harder for the new girls, but they're great. There's a bunch of new girls, and everybody's so different, which is great because the personalities are all completely different. Everybody brings something completely different to the table, which is what I like, because you don't want a bunch of samesies. How boring is that?
Right. But, you know, you are kind of feeding this to me, this new season of Miami, as this, it's going to be great and we should all be excited. And of course, the production company is amazing and you love the cast. There has to be some drama too. Are we going to get any explosive moments? And of course you can't tell us about them, but
well, I'm not in all the scenes. So, you know, there were many scenes where girls filmed and I wasn't there. So I can't tell you what people did on their own. I can only tell you what I did. And I have to tell you, it's pretty heavy. Some pretty heavy stuff that people are just gonna be like, wait, what? What? And it's not about people yelling at each other. It's about what's been happening in people's lives while you haven't been watching us. It's crazy stuff.
Were you surprised to get Larsa Pippen back on the show?
No, I thought that was a good call. Honestly, it really was. I do. She's good. She's good. I get it. Totally. 100%.
Right. It makes sense. Yeah. What about Leah Black? Were you surprised that she was no longer part of the show?
Yeah, I was surprised. But I guess that was her decision. I don't know. I think looking at the group that we have now and the relationships that have, you know, forged over the years and the new girls, I don't know if that would have been a good fit. So maybe that was a good move for her, that she decided not to. If that's what she decided, I really don't know what went down. I just know she wasn't there, and you know, I did what I had to do with whoever was there.
You're like, moving on. Okay.
All right, next. Yeah, gotta keep it moving.
You're like, sorry, Leah, we got to keep the show on the road. All right. When it comes to your likes and dislikes about filming a reality show, the first thing that comes to mind as a positive about the show and how it's impacted your life and just participating in it, what would it be?
I mean, oh God, for me, my favorite part is all the friends I've made on Bravo from the other shows. Oh my God, I have really amazing close friends I've had for over a decade from when we were on in the beginning, who are still on their shows. I love them. That, for me, that was the best part, because there's a camaraderie, you know, it's like a sisterhood. And, you know, of course I've got my gayhood in there that's all mixed in. And I cherish those friendships and the friendships I made with the girls on my own show. We share something that you just don't share with your everyday friends. It's an experience that only we all know. And that's my favorite part.
Oh, and then when it comes to your dislikes,
having to just look so perfect all the time. God, it's fucking draining. Hair, the makeup. The worst thing is that we're in Miami. It's so humid, and we filmed over the summer. It's bad. You know, everyone's oily. Your hair is frizzing. Most of the other cities are in cool weather. Everyone's hair looks perfect. They get to wear pretty clothes. We have to dress half naked because we're hot. So, you know, I think you always look a little more elegant and dressed up when you can wear cool weather clothing. You must agree, right? That when we have to be like half naked, sweating, you know, with the humidity, it's not, you know, my favorite.
But I do have to say, though, I was just in Miami here recently, and I love the vibe of the city. I love your intro music for your franchise. I love the cast, who the cast was, you know, when we got to watch the show. Obviously, there's a few new people, so I'm excited about that. And I know it's different, right? Of course, you guys filming in the summer, and it has to be hot and humid. But it's always interesting to see how the women, like you said, you dress different. You know, the the temperature is different, the environment's different. I think it's exciting to see. I think when people say, you know, oh, Miami, we don't know about this franchise, or who cares about Miami? I'm thinking in my head, what? These women are great. They bring flavor. We get to see new designs, new outfits, new friendships, the relation. I'm always here for it.
I always say, like, what's not to love, you know? Well, I think it'll be really good this time. It was good before. I think that maybe now it'll be better timing, and I think the audience has the old audience is invested in us, and they want to see what's happened over all this time, and they're gonna have some crazy updates. Crazy.
I agree with that. And, you know, I think your franchise is actually the first franchise to bring on a lesbian housewife. So
yes, yeah,
that's also exciting. So we're making moves.
Yes. I actually knew Julia and Martina. Like, I met them like 8-9 years ago. Julia came to my office for PR. She had a skincare line, and we didn't end up working together, but I met her, and then I would invite them to some of my events and, you know, restaurant openings that I was doing. And so it was nice to, you know, at least know one of the new girls. So she wasn't so, but kind of new.
Exactly. We knew a
She's
little.
really lovely. Everyone's gonna love Julia. She's very lovely, very sweet.
Well, we also know that, you know, you said that you're not working in PR anymore. We know that you have gotten married. Like you said, this is the third time's the charm. So I'm ready.
I have stepchildren. I've never had kids.
We have stepchildren.
Yeah, 2 boys. They're teenagers. Don't ask me what I'm doing or how. Everyone's like, what's it like? I say, I have no idea. I'm like a teenage boy myself. So I don't even, I act like the big sister or the big brother. You know, I kind of let them do their thing. I don't get involved, you know. God knows I don't know what I'm doing.
I feel like I'm very well versed in having step parents, and I would have some that would come in and be like, listen, I'm your new mom. And I would think in my head, okay, this isn't going to work. And then I had some that would come in like, hey, I don't want to be your mom. I'm going to be your friend. If you need something, just you can come talk to me. And those were always the best ones. So I'd be like, okay, great. You're going to work out fine. You'll be around for probably 3-4 years. Let's just get along. And then we'll part ways.
Did you tell them that? Listen, I know what your time limit is, so let's just make it easy.
Yeah, I would just say, my room's at the top of the hall. This is my chore list. It doesn't change from marriage to marriage. My bedtime's at 8:30, and let's just enjoy our time together.
Oh my God, you're funny. That's funny.
All right. So is there anything else that we may have missed during your time while you weren't filming? Because you have made some big moves in your life. Like I said, you know, you are no longer working in your career. You've moved on. You've gotten married. You're now a stepmom. Is there anything else that we can add to that list?
Oh dear. I just thought of something, but now I forgot. Must not be that important. I still love putting on a great event. I do them at home all the time. I love cooking and doing tablescapes and entertaining, and that's just like my jam. I love it. I don't know. Yeah, I guess
you're like, it's sitting in the back of my head, but I don't know.
Right now I'm thinking about Thanksgiving and a dinner party I'm doing on Sunday. It's like and my husband's out getting Christmas trees right now. And so I'm like, all that shit's in my head right now. Like my designs, what I'm going to do for the table, like all that stuff. It just consumes me. I get consumed with the nonsense, but I love it. It's so fun. I was just saying that people still try to hire me to, you know, do events for them and PR. And I'm like, no. I'm doing that at my house for my friends. And I don't want to do that anymore, be paid or have that kind of stress on me. But I put enough stress on myself, I might as well be paid.
Hey, listen, I'm not mad at it. All right, Marisol, because I know that your time is precious. I did want to ask you maybe 1 or 2 more questions. And one of them is, Is there something that maybe we don't know about you that you would like us to know? Since we are getting all amped up and excited to watch Real Housewives of Miami on Peacock, is there something that maybe we don't know about Marysol Patton?
I don't know. So tell me what you think about Marysol Patton, then I can tell you, no, this is me, and that's not me. I don't know. I think that a lot of people felt like I was very overshadowed by my mother, but I loved my mom and I loved what she brought to the table. And anybody who did a scene with my mother was overshadowed. But since almost all of my scenes were with her, I think people didn't really get to know me, and I was actually cast on my own. She showed up to one of my filmings, like my third or fourth filming, and everyone fell in love with her. And they're like, oh, she has to come on all the time now. And then I became eclipsed, but I actually have a personality. I'm actually quite humorous and witty. And I guess everyone will finally see that, you know, there's, you know, that's who was cast originally. And now you get to actually see it, you know, without my superstar next to me, you know, but we certainly pay homage to her constantly. I know I do.
Oh, well, I know that we're definitely excited to get to see more of you. And of course, we will all be missing Elsa. In order to help us end this off, Marysol, what is the one thing that we should be looking forward to most when it comes to you ladies returning on the Real Housewives of Miami? One thing that can get us excited.
I think, oh God, I don't know. Well, there's certainly a lot of beautiful clothes. Everyone dresses really nice. And I just think the friendships, I mean, when I first started, Lisa and I weren't even friendly. And now we're like, you know, old homies. What can I say? Alexia too, like the three of us weren't even friends. We're very close now. Adriana and I always had a good relationship. We still do. It's crossed over. The four of us have like a really great relationship. And I think everyone will be surprised to see that, you know, it works out with Larsa too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
You'll
right.
see it. So one.
We're excited. Fingers crossed that we get a trailer drop soon. We can't wait to see you ladies return. Marysol,
Any minute now, trailer's dropping.
Any minute. All right. Marysol, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. And hopefully, if I make it down to Miami, I would love to, once the show comes on, I would love to do an interview in person. I think that would be amazing.
Sure, we'll go have cocktails. Have coffee talks.
Don't tempt me with a good time. I'll be there. An hour away.
Perfect. You know, I went to boarding school in Palm Beach.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I went to Rosarian Academy. It was a boarding school back in the day with nuns, and I boarded there.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like life is a little bit different for you now, but all right. So you know Palm Beach very well then.
Pretty damn well.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Marysol. We'll see you soon.
Great Thanksgiving.
All right. You too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that was Marysol Patton, and she looked beautiful. She seems like she's doing amazing. There were a few moments talking about Elsa, but we're sending her all the love. I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I did, and I can't wait for the trailer drop. Guys, go ahead and comment below what you thought, and are you excited about the Real Housewives of Miami? If you haven't already, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. We'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.